up, everyone? It is your girl GELBEAUTY 87 here, aka Grace Honey, and today we're getting to another limited edition palettes I'm never letting go. So I'm sorry I scared one of y'all in the first episode of this where I talked about the Cosmic Brushes palettes. I thought some of them were because they had, like one of you all said in that comment that they had gotten rid of one palette, so I didn't know what was limited edition, what wasn't. I was thinking mainly like the Winter Wonderland and maybe the Delicious Delights palette would be limited edition because of the color stories they were, and they were more like springy, and one was supposed to be a holiday palette, but they were all permanent apparently because one of y'all researched and checked, so I'm gonna have to pin that comment. So it's just a catchy title, and it's just stuff that I really like and color stories that I really like that we know I love, that I'm not letting go. So I'm not necessarily saying that everything is limited edition. I probably should have prefaced that in the first video, so my apologies. We on video 3 now, so I'm sure I done got it together by now. At least hopefully I did in the second one. I don't remember. But anyway, let's get into this video. So the first one I have, if you do not know, it's a little backstory behind it. So I am a huge Aaliyah fan. Like, I have been a fan of Aaliyah's like forever. Like, love Aaliyah's music. I still listen to Aaliyah's music to this day. Like, it's the hot new music in the street. So I used to make fun of older people when they talk about how they knew where they were when like a certain person died in history or something like that was influential in their time. I used to laugh at my mom, I'm not even front, until Aaliyah died. I can tell you where I was and what I was doing when Beyonce Fox got on GCI and said that Aaliyah had died at the age of 22. I was like, no, you're lying. This is a made up story. She's lying. But then she wasn't. And I was in mourning ever since. But a fun fact, I don't know if this is fun or not, probably shouldn't have said it that way, but Adriangameover's birthday is the day that Aaliyah died. So Adriangameover was born on August 25th. Aaliyah died on August 25th. So it's like a bittersweet thing for me because it's like one of my favorite people in this entire world that I gave life to was born the same day that my favorite singer died. But anyway, I said all that to say that I'm not getting rid of my Aaliyah quad, especially since her makeup artist Eric Farrell died in 2021. So nobody can help create another like color story or another Aaliyah collection, even if they want to do a round 2 like they did with Selena, because you know Eric Farrell died in 2021 from COVID. If anyone didn't know, he was her makeup artist, and he's the one who went through her makeup bag and decided all the stuff that we got in the collection. But when people got mad, it's like, you have to remember, Aaliyah died in 2001. Like, this is what was hot in 2001. So, I mean, getting mad because the woman died a million years ago, and you know, well, not a million years ago, but you know what I'm saying, like she died a while ago and this is what was popular at her time. You get mad because it's not popular now, doesn't change the fact it was popular when she liked the stuff. If she was alive now, I'm sure she'd have different stuff she liked, but this is what we have to work with because this is what she liked and this was popular when she died. So I'm holding on to mine forever. I don't care what you say about it. I still got a backup of the lipstick, the lip gloss. I never opened my bandana that came with the collection. It's a whole thing. Like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a beauty room. It's gonna be a whole shrine in the corner just for like the Aaliyah makeup collection. I'm not joking at all. Like, I'm so serious. The point is that I'm never letting go of that. I don't care who's mad, who's sad, who's glad. Like I said in the last 2 videos, like, girl, you can be mad, you can be sad, be glad. I am keeping all of it. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. You just gonna have to be mad. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. So let's get some of these other luxury things out the way, because it's mainly, I'm doing a luxury edition of this minus that one Aaliyah palette. I just want to take my Aaliyah palette home and put it back up safely, because y'all know my stuff be cracking and breaking on me, and I didn't want to take a chance with something happening to Aaliyah palette and then we had to fight. Now who I'm gonna fight, I don't know, because I'm the one who messed it up, but yeah. Let's get to it. So my Viseart Violet Étendue palette. I don't know if this was limited edition or not. Like I said, it's just a catchy title. They might not necessarily be limited edition, but to me this is like my favorite Viseart palette. I feel like this is just a perfect miniature version of like, excuse me, the Rose Quartz palette, or like the Flight Club from Menagerie, or the Rose Quartz from Huda Beauty. I feel like this is just like the perfect travel one to take with you. And since y'all know I am a purple palette connoisseur, if you're new, I love purple eyeshadow, I love blue eyeshadow, I love green eyeshadow. I'll occasionally do pink and red or pink and green combos, but blue, green, and purple is usually like my comfort zone. As you can see, I have on green, blue, and actually pink right now because there was no purple in the palette I used. But yeah, I love this palette. I love the color story of this. When it first came out, I was like, yes, Viseart is doing it. Now I don't know what they're doing over there now because I don't know what's going on over at Viseart, but I can't tell you the last time I bought a Viseart palette. There's a couple of those little petite 4s I want to get, but like I'm not rushing out because they're $25 and you only get 4 shades. But this one is definitely one I will be holding on to forever, and I don't care who knows about it. Okay, the quality is great and it's a great palette. So I only have 3 Dior Backstage quads, and surprisingly, I'm keeping all of them. I think they are all just like lovely, lovely color stories. I am happy to have them in my collection. So these are the first 2 I bought in 2022 for holiday. They had the burgundy one and then the khaki one. So I will say I like the fact that the new one does not come with the concealer. The one from 2023 did not come with concealer. These ones from 2022 did. So it's like this priming concealer shade that I don't like. So I'm happy that they took it out. But the formula of these is actually really nice. There's actually more mattes in this one than there is in the green one. You get 3 mattes in here, and the rest of them are shimmers. And then there's this weird top coat, if you will. I guess it's supposed to be like their version of iridescent shade. I don't know. But I found the quality on these actually quite nice, and I was shocked because I didn't expect the quality on these to be nice, as weird as that is. Now, why, I don't know. But like in this one, there's literally like no matte shades. Everything is like satin or glitter or a top coat or like the little primer shade. So I usually have to pair this with another palette, but it's fine. I usually like to pair this with, what's that palette called? The Smoke Sessions palette, because you know it has these same types of tones to it. So, and they're actually matte in there, whereas this one is just mainly like satins and metallics and glitters. So I still like it though. I still think it's good for you know, luxury shadows, because y'all know I don't really do the luxury shadow thing. Last one we have is this one I got last year, which is Silver Essentials. This is their 2023 collection. I was loving the cool tones of this and the purples and all that. And there is no mattes in here as well. This shade is actually a hollow shade, but as you can see, it doesn't have that primer shade that I don't like, so I was happy about that. And I actually got a gorgeous look with this and gave you all a video on it. I was really impressed with this palette, so I don't mind buying the Dior Backstage palettes. Now, I don't really like the Quince. I have not tried the new formula. I think what is it, what's her name, Michelle Wan was talking about the new formula. But I have these 2 Tom Ford quads I really like. This is Pretty Baby and Daydream. Both of them are purple, so I mean, I feel like no one should be surprised. I love purple eyeshadow. I just said that. So here is what Daydream looks like. And I don't think Tom Ford quads are usually working for. These are 2 Tom Ford quads that I actually really do reach for. Out of all the Tom Ford quads I own, it would not be willing to let go of. So this is Pretty Baby. As you can see, they're both just really pretty purple, like Topper S type palettes. These are ones I'd have to pair with another palette, because you don't know, Tom Ford doesn't really give you like any mattes to work with. But I'd be willing to pair them with other things just because I think they're worth that quality. So that tells you anything. It tells you I'm impressed with those Tom Ford quads, and I don't really like luxury eyeshadow too much. But I thought it'd be important to do a luxury eyeshadow edition of this, just because there are some luxury ones that I do like. They're just far and few. My battery is about to die, so I will come back and start talking about Natasha and wrap it off with Mother, of course, because y'all know Mother's probably gonna have the most. Although Natasha has a good amount sitting here, but she likes to make things a lot more limited edition than Mother does, and I feel like that's why I have more of hers than I do of Mother's. But anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. New eyes for this, new eyes for this. So, I want to finish off the rest of the stuff from Pat McGrath, but I had from the luxury makeup that I had ran off and left in the corner, but I ended up going home instead because they were saying it was supposed to be like snow really bad here in Chicago, and it did. But you know, the snow has ended right now, and it's just, you know, what do you call it, it's just cold. So I figured I'd come over here and finish off this video now that I had time. So next one I have is the Pat McGrath Celestial Odyssey palette. This is another one I told y'all I'm not letting go. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you say. Like, this is staying with me. So I like the color story of this well enough. I think it's nice. I like that she added new formulas in here. If I remember correctly, this green and this one was supposed to be her new shimmer formula that she was trying out that was really sparkly and extra. So I'm definitely not letting these go. I don't plan on letting any of the ones in this type packaging go, just because I feel like they're such great quality for the price point that she charged. I know a lot of people did not actually like this one, which I was shocked about, because I was like, it was one of the more neutral ones of all the ones she sells, and people usually like, you know, like a lot of neutrals mixed in with color, especially with holiday palettes, because, you know, during the holidays they usually try to do unique and different stuff sometimes, and then it's not as wearable for you as it would be if you had something else. So I figured more people would actually like this, but they did, which was weird to me, but you know, whatever. Of course, y'all know, I think I already talked about this one. I'm sorry if I did. I'll just have to edit this part out. But this is Celestial Nirvana. Y'all know I love Celestial Nirvana. She's giving I'm Living. She's stunning. Look at her. She's like a more muted version of the Vitality palette from what is it, Unearthly Cosmetics, that I love so much. So There's no way in the world I would let that one go either. It is not going in. Matter of fact, let me set it in the stack for the new series I have coming up. Because I don't know when this is going up, so I don't want to talk about it in the short. So now let's get into the Natasha Denona stuff. So I don't have that much Natasha Denona stuff, so it should not take that long. So I'll start off with the minis, then I'll start off with the 5 pans, then we'll do the bigger ones, and that should be it. So these are my little 4 minis I'm not letting go. So I have the Tropic mini. So if y'all remember, I took all the fun shades out of the Tropic palette, which is basically this row, and put them in my Circle Local palette, which is why I'm not getting rid of this one, because it's like if I want these colors on their own and I don't want to have to take the giant Circle Local palette with me, then I definitely, you know, feel the need to have this one. And I'm sure they don't sell this one anymore, even though like this is one of the more fun ones, and I definitely feel like they should have kept it on for people who want to try Natasha Denona but like color like myself. They had something to buy, but since they took it away, I'm definitely hoarding mine, and I will not be letting it go ever. Next, there is the Mini Trio Chrome palette. I wish she had put the blue shades in the palette initially and not that row of neutrals, but I understand putting the row of neutrals in because everybody doesn't like blue. I know Morgan Turner said she doesn't like blue. I know my girl Dionluvsmakeup said she was glad the neutral row was in there because she's not really crazy about blues. So I understand her doing it separately. It's just I would have preferred it in my palette because then I'd have my blue, green, and purple palette from Natasha Denona as well. So that was what my mindset was when saying I preferred it that way. But I mean, I was going to buy this separately and I made a nice eye look out of it. I feel like it's really similar to the LA Girl one though I have with like the 5 pan. Is it down here? Up in the one? Yeah, like I feel like it's a more grungier version of that one. See, like this one is really nice. I gave y'all a really nice eye look with this palette. Y'all had asked me what I did in some video, and I had worn this, and it's only like $5. I know Heather Austin says she doesn't like these. I thought it was good for drugstore, and I think LA Girl makes good drugstore shadow, so I personally liked it. But back to this palette, I'm definitely not letting this go. I know it's not all that. I know it's not as exciting as it could be, and the Trio Chrome in here isn't as exciting as it could be. But I mean, it's Natasha Denona, so you shouldn't expect it to be too wild and crazy like it's a true indie brand. I feel like it's fine for Natasha Denona, and if I want to go on vacation, take some Trio Chromes and not have to worry about them breaking because they're like hand pressed as opposed to the way Natasha's is pressed and still get that kind of vibrancy. I feel like maybe you can wet the brush and get it more opaque if you will, because it's not super opaque when you do it, but if you wet the brush, I'm sure you can get it a little bit better than where it is, and that's something I can take on vacation. So that's why I'm personally not letting mine go. Same with the Xenon palette. This is what I would take on vacation when I want to do like a quick smoky eye, because I had, oh y'all, my plastic thing right here has broken, so it just completely broke off. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not buying another one though, because the shadows in here are still fine. It's just the plastic piece in here broke off. So if you can see mine, it's like a loose, so I don't know what's gonna happen when I try to close it and when I reopen it, how that's gonna work. So if I can catch it on a deal, I might buy another one, but for right now I'm keeping this one. Random side note though, but I'm definitely keeping this just because, like I said, when I go travel and I want to do a smoky eye and don't want to have to think about it, this is definitely a go-to palette for me. But I'm sad that my little piece broke off, so the thing that's supposed to close it in the back right here is gone. Still keeping it. It's broken and I'm still keeping it. How about that? Last mini I have is the mini pastel palette. Again, I've told you all before, I think this one would pair really nicely with the Tropic one, the first one I showed. Let me pull it out again so you can see, because I feel like the colors in here combined to just look really nice. Also with the Trio Chrome, I feel like it would look really nice. So I feel like this is a good companion palette that can go with a lot of the other palettes. See what I'm saying? Like it has some nice tones to it. I can use that green and then that blue and that purple, and then mix the shimmers in here to make a nice look. So to me, this is definitely a companion one to go with my mini Natasha Denona. So these are probably like the 4 Natasha Denonas I would take with me. And then I take those mini Pat McGrath ones for when I'm in a rush and I have to make an everyday boring eye look, but it still has some pops of color in it. Y'all know the little super tiny plastic ones she came out with. I would put those in there, and these would be like the ones I would travel with when I want luxury makeup, along with maybe some Fizzy Arts. Depends on how adventurous I'm getting. But see what I'm saying? I feel like these would go together really nicely too, because you can put the mint in the crease. Then you can use the light blues to transition. Ooh, y'all, I just dropped it and it was fine, thank God. And then you can put like the dark blues, and it has lots of different blues to go with it, and you can still use the mints and then still have like some fun shimmer shades to go alongside this one as far as inner corner goes. So I definitely plan on putting both those together. And these are like my 4 little Natasha Denona palettes I would take on vacation, so I'm definitely not letting them go because they're the most unique, fun ones, I feel like, in the minis that she has, along with the mini Love and the mini Crush. But since I have the Love palette, I would just take the Love palette with me because I feel like it's a good combination of both those miniature palettes. Or I would just take my mini Cranberry. Now I did combine the cranberry and the coral together to make this palette here. So some of these are coral and then some of these are cranberry. Like if I remember correctly, the purple is the coral palette, and I think it's one other shade here that might be the coral palette. Don't quote me. I feel like this one is a coral palette too. So I feel like these two are the coral and the other three are cranberry, and I just put them all together to make this palette look the way it does. And I definitely like the way this color story looks, so this could possibly be one I would take on vacation with me as opposed to taking my Love palette, because I feel like this has some similar tones in it to Love. And I like the fact that I combined it and made my own palette, so I only have one of these. I actually made a shimmer palette out of the one that was coral, just because I had like 3, 4 pretty pans. So that was interesting, but I definitely want to keep that. Of course, I got to keep my holiday palettes from Natasha Denona. So this is the Joya. Wait, no, this is the Aries, and this is the Joya, right? Yeah, Joya and Aries. Joya is the one I originally had from her, and this is like the best formula she had out of all of these like little pans. This is easily one of my favorite formulas that she has ever come out with. And then you have Aries. Now Aries is, you can find an alternative for Aries in in Juvia's Place Saharan 2 palette if you already own that, which is why I didn't originally buy this. I was like, I can buy the Juvia's Place one for a reasonable price. It gives me more colors and deeper tones, because the deeper shade, and there they have a deeper shade like this, but it's for their outer V that works better for some of my skin tone. So I just feel like this one didn't necessarily work perfectly for my skin tone. I understand why people with lighter skin tones liked it, because it is a nice color story, and they can use this as an outer V shade and then just dip into another palette for the crease shade or the brow bone shade or whatever and be fine. But it's like, I don't know, for 50 bucks I was like, this is the only shade that I have to use. When it comes to mattes, I just didn't want to spend 50 bucks when I knew there was a black owned brand that could. So when they re-released them, I went ahead and bought this one. But I definitely, now that I have it, understand why people like it so much, and definitely don't plan on letting it go. This one either. I actually have a video idea now for this one, because y'all know me, I'm always in a video having other video ideas while I'm doing a video. So this one has to go in another video. I'm gonna put it in the stack that's sitting on the floor that it goes with. Next we have, of course, my Natasha Denona Love palette, because y'all know I love the Love palette. This one has been discontinued, and I don't care. I'm keeping it. I'm hoarding it. It's mine. And the funny thing is, y'all know when I first got this, if you remember and saw my review, I was not a fan of this palette. It's because it was the cream to powder formulas, and I wasn't necessarily versed in how to work with them yet. So that's why I didn't necessarily like it. Now that I've come more versed with it, I can appreciate this palette, and I love this palette. I actually had a backup and gave it to one of y'all in a giveaway one year, because I was hoarding that just because I was like, I love it so much, but I was like, someone else can appreciate it and love it for the people who didn't get a chance to get their hand on it. I might not have known about Natasha Denona then, so I let it go. But that just tells you how much I love it and how I'm definitely not letting this one go now since my backup is gone. Absolutely not. We will not be letting it go. Who be telling Natasha to get rid of these things? Like, who be telling her that? Because they be lying. I don't know if I should put the Metropolis one in here or not, because I'm like, since they brought it back, I don't know if it's still considered limited edition or what's going on with that. That's why you won't see it in here. It's not because I don't like it that well. It's just, I don't know what's going on over there, Natasha. Is it limited edition or not? Because it was limited edition, then you brought it back again, girl. So I'm like, I don't know what to categorize it under. But I know, if I remember correctly, Circo Loco on her website said it was limited edition. Now remember, I just talked about when we showed the Mini Tropic how I changed this one around. So just don't expect mine to look the way it's supposed to. I took all the oranges out. If you know anything about me, you know I'm not really a big fan of orange eyeshadow. So I took the oranges out because it just wasn't giving for me. So this is what mine looks like. I feel like it's a cotton candy dream wonderland vibe, if you will. Because you got this dark purple and then this dark purple. This is the one I took from Tropic. This I took from Tropic. What's the other one? This I took from Tropic. This I took from Tropic. And then I'm pretty sure there's a Mint Frost I took from Tropic as well. So the majority of everything in here I took from the Tropic palette when it comes to like the blues and the purples and the green. But there's no way I'm letting this go. My custom made Natasha Denona palette? Absolutely not. I'm not letting this go ever. Do you hear me? Ever. You cannot have it. You can look, but don't touch. Look, but don't touch. Look, but don't touch. But yeah, so those are all the palettes I had to talk about as far as, what do you call it? My limited edition palettes I'm never letting go. Sorry, y'all. I'm rusty. I know it's only been like 2 days since I haven't filmed, but y'all, I'm rusty. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye. All the batteries keep dying. Ciao.